Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dark Match, and it is WrestleMania! That's right, we're here to talk about the biggest night in sports entertainment. As always, I am your foxy friend Backlash.
I am NoLeaf Clover.
I'm the guy who goes third.
And I am Joe's Angel, and it's time for everyone's favorite segment, What is Iron Sheik tweeting? I'm ready for the WrestleMania. For sure I fuck up the Santino jabroni.
He's there? What the... Okay.
So yeah, that apparently
I thought you said you weren't going to do the voice.
Shut up.
She tried. She
I
just tried.
tried.
Comes naturally.
I failed. Anyway.
So yeah,
So,
WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
raise your hand, be paid for it.
Oh, someone will.
Paying customer.
You.
I love pissing people off.
Sorry, I just went white hot blind with rage.
Ooh, fun.
Already?
Oh, it comes in waves, don't worry. But yeah, let's just get right into it, because first let's talk about the Dark Match, because we are the Dark Match. It was
And none of us saw it.
it was a tag title match. The Usos versus Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd versus Primo and Epico. I didn't see this match.
I can make a really bad joke about the tag team names because Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd could be called Gay Kid.
Oh.
Allie!
He's allowed to make those
Hey,
jokes.
fair.
This is one of those... Never mind.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how good of a match it was, but I'm guessing some shit went down because on Justin Gabriel's Twitter, he's got a picture of a really nasty bruise on his elbow, and he said that he's been out for 6 weeks.
Yeah, but I don't even know how he got it.
Probably doing something fucking crazy.
I caught like a tiny bit of it because I had hoped I was going to be able to watch it since they were streaming it live. And I mean, it looked like at least one person, hit the ground pretty hard. Like they were throwing each other out of the ring. So
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see the match, so...
I did.
But we begin the night proper with Lillian Garcia singing the national anthem, which was pretty good.
It's always pretty good.
And our first match of the night is Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight title. Wait.
God damn it.
I know what we all want to rant about, and believe me, I'm right there with you. But let me say that everyone was first bitching about, like, they're putting World Heavyweight title on first. I'm like, okay, you know what? They want to open the show with something good.
The thing you paid for.
Oh.
Just saying.
You did pay for this pay-per-view pretty much just for that match.
Oh, wow. Shit. Poor bastard.
Okay, Taz.
Please stop growling. You're scaring my girlfriend.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, to describe this match, well, they get in the ring, the bell rings, and Daniel Bryan starts stalling, and he turns to AJ for a good luck kiss. Aw, how cute. Then he turns around, eats the brogue kick, and gets pinned.
Ding ding. The end.
What?
5 seconds. Oh.
What the
Best match ever.
Oh, match of the night, surely. I was already pissed that they were starting off with this match. If it had been a proper match, I wouldn't have cared. Because I was looking forward to this. This is one of the few matches that I knew were going to be really fucking good. I love both these guys. I couldn't go wrong.
And according
Apparently
to
we
the
should all
news, this has been planned for weeks.
It's
Yeah,
just such.
they pretty much planned to have Sheamus bury Daniel Bryan on
See,
in the first match of the night.
He actually dropped
this
so hard the crowd turned face.
this now. I don't know if anybody found out any information, but I know one of the first things that we started discussing when this happened, talking through the next match, because it's not like anybody gave a fuck. Someone, we brought up the fact that maybe Daniel Bryan pissed someone off, and if that's true, whoever he pissed off can go fuck themselves.
No,
Hard.
it all.
That is not an acceptable goddamn reason
No,
to
you know what?
screw over your
It
fans.
all goes back to the whole thing that Vince doesn't believe that Daniel Bryan can carry a main event match at WrestleMania. But you know what? That's fucking stupid. Because you gave him the
You know
match.
what? Yeah, don't book him then. Don't put him on WrestleMania.
That's what you did last
All
year.
little backstage things should not affect the show.
That's what you did last year. You didn't think he should be on the show, so you bumped him to the dark match. That was bullshit too, but it was less bullshit than this.
It's
Especially
simple.
since they're
They
apparently
fuck.
streaming dark matches now. That would have been fucking great.
I really
Apparently
don't get this.
everyone thinks that somehow this makes sense.
No,
Because
It doesn't.
Daniel Bryan had his comeuppance coming, and he had been a jerk for all that time, and now he finally gets his revenge. Sheamus finally just puts him out of his misery, and
uh,
You don't.
But you
this
know what?
this whole thing.
Even on that scale, it doesn't make any fucking sense for it to be this short. It's WrestleMania. I want
It's
full matches
You know
for
what?
every single fucking one.
I wasn't done with my point. This
I'm
should have
sorry.
been his chance to prove Vince wrong. Like Vince could have said, like, I don't think you can do it. Go out there and prove me wrong, and if you do, there's a future in it for you. Because this show was horribly padded near the end. This match could have easily gone at least 10 minutes, at the very least.
They fucked up. That's pretty much it.
yeah, big time. And Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, for that matter, deserve much better than that. But apparently, it makes sense with Daniel Bryan's
Well,
increase because he's an abusive boyfriend, and
okay,
this will somehow make the angle better. This
okay.
is just the
Actually,
first of
you know what? I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I in no way condone this, the way they executed this, because I see what they did there. I like where the storyline is going, but it could have been done so much better. Because Daniel Bryan's going to come out on Raw tonight or on SmackDown, either one, I don't know, and he's going to say, "AJ, it's your fault I lost my title. You had me distracted," and that's how they're going to further the storyline. And that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. But there are better ways to do it.
yeah. There's a lot better ways to do it, and I
How
don't
about
really.
giving? How about giving him a fucking match?
Yeah, how about here's a crazy idea. Instead of having Flo Rida and MJK or MGK or whatever the fuck his name is, instead of that, having 20 minutes devoted to entrances, how about we just give these guys 15 minutes to just go out and have a good match? And if Daniel Bryan loses, then he loses. No, I don't think we're all. I don't think we're upset because he lost. I think we accepted that Sheamus could probably beat him.
I wanted Sheamus to win.
Exactly.
I was looking forward to him winning, but not like that. I wanted to see him fucking wrestle. You want to make it a squash match? Fine. Make Daniel Bryan look like the weakest chicken shit heel you've ever had in your company. I'm all for it. But this is just bullshit. It's ripping us off.
This is
And
a
we're the
thing.
people they're supposed to be fucking pleasing day in and day out. I'm sorry, Ellie, go ahead.
This is something people paid for. They're supposed to get their money's worth out of the entirety. You can't just fucking do that.
You know what? This was the first time I paid
Ripped
for.
off.
This was the first time I ever paid for WrestleMania. It's going to be the last now. Congratulations, WWE. You will get no more of my money. I'm done.
By the way, you totally had to beat up Magpie.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
No. You will pay. For those of you who don't know, it was on Magpie's suggestion that I buy this pay-per-view.
He told you not to buy it last year.
Yeah, he told
He
me
was
not to buy it
right.
last year, and he was right. But hey, last year was better than this shit, because at least there weren't any 5-second squash matches.
Mm.
Anyway,
So,
Well, you know what? If no one else is going to say it, congratulations to Sheamus for being the first Royal Rumble winner in about 5 years to win the title.
Yay.
yay.
well, there's that.
Now we're going to be depressed for the rest of the show.
Someone hold me.
Yeah, the fact that our next match
That's
is
pretty much
one
how
that none of us
WrestleMania
cared
was.
about. It picked up,
Yeah, there were good
but
parts
we'll
in this.
get to that.
But unfortunately, actually, first we've got, we're backstage in the locker room with Team Laurinaitis, and they're basically just trying to get hyped up, and it doesn't work. I don't care. I was so pissed off after that match. I just didn't even, I don't
I wasn't paying attention.
What the fuck was wrong with Otunga's shirt?
We'll get to Otunga's shirt.
He's wearing a
Oh,
bib.
sure.
But
I'll have you know that was a Gucci bib.
I think it was an 80s thing.
it was a
The
Hoochie
80s are
shirt.
back.
He was wearing
Wait, was
a
he wearing
Hoochie
an
shirt.
ascot?
I don't know, but anyways, our next match, Randy Orton versus Kane. Oh my God, I did not care.
No.
No.
We
What was
talked through it.
happening?
I don't know if anybody was really watching.
I was, because I wasn't in the call.
I did.
It
I
was.
tried to watch this match, and guess what? It was full of rest holds. It was a Randy Orton
The,
So
match.
the
it
10
was
minutes they
supposed.
used in wrestling, 10 minutes of rest holds, and they could have used the entire 10 minutes on Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus.
It was the most safe, boring match I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a
It really was.
WrestleMania match. It felt like a freaking Raw match.
Yeah.
Not even a
The other
good Raw
thing
match.
being
It
is
just
that
felt like
it
the
had no
filler Raw.
fucking place here.
Yeah, and
Sorry, Ollie.
yeah, but why? Like, why did this have to happen? Oh, Kane is mad because a few months ago he shook Randy Orton's hand after they had another match. Boo freaking who? That's not valid reason. Your logic is flawed. You have no logic. Go home.
They just wanted Randy Orton to work WrestleMania. They didn't have a way to put him in, so they did this.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
If you want Randy Orton to work WrestleMania, why did you job him out to Kane? Because Kane freaking won.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Crowd even chanted boring.
Yeah, crowd was not having any of this.
So this
In fact, you know what? I'm going to go on
was
record.
at this point that my WrestleMania predictions pretty much went out the window.
Yeah, I think the crowd just kind of gave up after Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus because they were behind Daniel Bryan, but there were you could see all those yes signs in the crowd, and they were into it. And then this match happened, and it's like boring, boring, and they just never really got hyped up again until The Rock came out.
Like I said, he
Which
jobbed
is
so hard, they turned him face.
Well, there was
I
hype
could
for other
only
things, but we'll get to that. So yeah, Kane wins, and not a shit was given.
So,
Probably do this next week.
Yeah, they're gonna have a rematch because Orton
Oh
has to
yeah.
go over. And we get another segment of Santino and Mick Foley, and they're eating crabs backstage with one of the guys from Deadliest Catch.
Which would be time that could have gone to Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
yep.
I
We're gonna have to have a time that could have been given to Sheamus and Daniel Bryan counter.
I counted.
I think we're up to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah, about
Over
that,
15
yeah.
minutes.
All right.
But yeah, the segment was weird.
I
I
know.
had the volume down low, so I don't even know what the fuck they were talking about. I just know that at one point it devolves into Mick and Santino whipping out their respective sock puppets, destroying the food, everyone getting crazy, and then Ron Simmons came in and said, "Damn."
Well, let's just say I haven't seen
End
that many
scene.
craps since. Wait, never mind.
I mean, I get that they want to have celebrities in here, to hype up WrestleMania, but whoever that guy was, he wasn't a celebrity because nobody's fucking watching Deadliest Catch.
I like that show.
Yeah, but it's not.
I watch it too.
It's not really mainstream. I mean, yeah, it has its fans, but they might as well have just gotten the MythBusters.
That would have actually been awesome.
Yeah,
That would
that
have been
would.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That would have been. I would have accepted that.
you get the
Mythbusters
MythBusters to
blowing
hype their new
something up.
show.
Yeah, come in, blow something up. Fuck.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even
Love
add this to
Santino.
the
That
count. I'd
reminds
just
me.
be like, you know what? Time well spent. Good cooldown.
That reminds me. There was a disturbing lack of pyro on this show.
well, we'll get
I
to
think
that. We'll get to that.
All the pyro was really far away.
Well, yeah, the problem with the pyro was that because they're in an open air stadium, they have it rigged so that it goes off all along the rim of the stadium. And I'll actually have something funny to say about this when we get to the Hell in the Cell match. But up next is our Intercontinental title match, Big Show versus Cody Rhodes. Eh?
This was a good match.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
this really wasn't that bad.
It was the first good match on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was the
though
match that finally got the crowd back into it.
it was kind of short.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
was a little short, but yeah, they wanted to put more time for the later main events, so I can understand that. But it was a very good match, and it's nice that they're giving Big Show his moment at WrestleMania to go over. Even if he really doesn't need the rub, they're probably going to use him as a transitional champion.
yeah, it's just to get the belt off Cody because he's had it for 8 months and he's kind of beaten everybody. So, I mean, who could they have put in the feud? Maybe Kofi, but would anyone care?
It's been done to death. But
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, Big Show is your new Intercontinental Champion. Anything else to say about that?
Cody got hit in the baby maker.
Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah.
The finish of
Big
this match.
Show's
The finish of this match
Big,
is Cody hits the beautiful disaster, but Big Show doesn't fall over. So he goes to hit it again, and Big Show goes to spear him, but he misses.
and
Forearm in the
also Big Show
nuts.
sat on his face.
Oh god, that's
Oh,
right. Damn it.
I thought the ref was going to call for a DQ. Like, that's a little low.
Illegal use of ass.
So,
Oh, I don't want to talk about the next part.
I mostly don't want to talk about it because it started to make me uncomfortable after a while.
Yeah, it really did.
This got hard to watch.
We're talking about Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres versus Kelly Kelly and Maria Menounos with her broken ribs.
Ah,
The first thing I got to mention,
Broken ribs that were not wrapped in any way.
yeah, I guess she was healed up enough that they didn't need to be wrapped, but that's stupid.
Yeah, no, I would not have gotten in that fucking ring with unwrapped. I would have made them give me something that covered all of my abdomen so I could wrap my fucking ribs. Because you know what? Shit's gonna happen. I'm getting in a wrestling ring.
First thing I want to ask, what the hell was Beth wearing on her head?
Gigantic bunny ears. Or something.
I think it was supposed to be something on the whole Amazon thing, but wrong
It's supposed to
kind
be
of wrong Amazon.
Yeah.
Not Amazon rainforest.
So
I
the
feel bad
match,
for Beth.
yeah, the match is
Oh,
Kelly's trying her best. I'll give her that, but Maria had no idea what she was doing. Like they put her in a bunch of rest holds and she kept laughing. Like,
Yeah, they
I
really
do
wanted to
remember
play it safe
saying-
with her with like no strikes or anything.
she was either
I do
laughing
remember
or about to
thinking that.
cry. Like, she
remember
didn't
thinking-
actually look amused.
I remember thinking that during the show, the only reason that she was laughing was because she was in legitimate pain. And you know how when you hit your elbow on like
Yeah.
a table or something, and you start laughing, even though it's the worst pain you've ever felt? That was the only legitimate thing I could think of.
Also that, and she was wearing a flag of grease. Weird.
Yeah. And this match went on way longer than it needed to. And Maria was really, really broken down at the end of it. And she tried to go up to the top rope of all things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it started getting
Beth-
really bad towards the end. She could barely stand, which that's fine because it at least looked like she was selling because she had been in the ring with I think Beth for a little while. So
Oh, she was hurt.
so it looked like she was selling, but she
Oh,
gets
she's hurt.
tagged back in so she can get the inevitable celebrity pin. It's just like, you know what? This year, do we really need it? Please don't make the poor woman get back in the ring. She looked so scared.
What about when she almost got press slammed?
I must have missed that.
That was when she
Oh,
went
wait.
up to the top rope. Beth grabs her off, and then that was the finish.
Yeah, all I remember saying is, "Oh God, no! Oh God, no! Oh God, no! Please don't take this bump. You've done enough. You've done enough."
Wait, she was looking hurt? I thought she just was really afraid of climbing.
No, she was obviously hurt. She was clutching at her ribs. And then she goes up to the top rope, and I can only assume that was planned ahead of time, and she just on with the fucking show, I guess. I'll give her props for going through with everything. Working hurt, considering, that she I don't even know what she fucking does. I have no idea who this woman is. I'd never
She's a
heard of her before
personality.
tonight.
She's
She
the
basically
host.
is a
She's
TV
the host of
personality.
Extra.
I've
Yeah,
never seen it in my
that
life.
show nobody watches.
Well, at least with Kelly, and Maria, they have alliteration in the name. So Kelly's name isn't real, but whatever.
But yeah, Maria gets a roll up on. Yeah, gets the roll up. They win. Yay.
You have to give them props. You have to give them
takeover.
props. They tried really, really, really hard.
They did.
Yeah. They just didn't have a whole lot to work with.
No.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, moving on from that, we cut back to Matt Striker backstage, and he's with Shawn Michaels, and they're talking about the upcoming Hell in the Cell match, and Michael says, I'm the special guest referee, so I can stop the match whenever I want. Remember this. It's going to be important.
Yeah.
But the big highlight of the night is we get Jim Ross coming out to commentate this match.
Yay.
Should have
This
been
match needed some JR.
He should have been here the whole goddamn night, but we'll take what we can get.
JR with his barbecue stained beard.
And I'm going to give Michael Cole a little bit of credit. He was less douchey tonight, at least until we get to the Team Johnny, Team Teddy match. And he was even willing to shake JR's hand. So at least we're not rebooting that feud, thank God. So, yeah, thank you, Michael Cole, for at least being tolerable tonight. There were many bad things.
I guess he put his A game. I guess he decided to bring his A game.
Yep. And here's where we kind of get to one of the big problems, because everyone comes out for the big Hell in the Cell match, and one thing I noticed, Shawn Michaels has invisible pyro. Because you hear it go up.
We heard it.
You don't see it.
No, it sounded like it was on speakers, or they should have hired a guy to just go pew pew pew.
Just have divas come down with sparklers. Give us something.
But yeah, it sounded like it was over a PA system with an echo on it.
Well, the thing is that, again, it's the open air stadium. It's all around the rim of the stadium. And because of that camera angle they always do with him when his pyro goes off, you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Like everyone else they did that for, they zoomed out and said, like, oh, look, we've got fireworks.
Yay.
Why was there no stage pyro except for big shows?
I don't know. I guess they just wanted to use the open air stadium.
But they've done
remember
it in open air stadiums before, and they done full blown stage pyro with the stadium pyro. It just seemed like. Go ahead.
Oh, remember that one WrestleMania like a year or two ago that kind of botched and fucked up and injured some people?
But that was all up in the stands, like with the around the stadium pyro. It wasn't the stage stuff.
I think they were just playing it really safe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, we get Triple H and Undertaker coming out, and Undertaker takes about 20 minutes to get to the ring. More time they could have given to Sheamus and Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
I think we're like at 40 minutes now.
Yep.
No, that's an exaggeration. More like 25.
And I'm going to say that it was kind of clever that they hid the cell inside the little Cubetron that was above the ring. Because I'm looking at them, because throughout the whole entrance thing, I'm looking like, guys, there's no cell. Did they forget?
You were ranting and raving, and I admit I was too after a while. I was starting to agree with you. You were going off that they forgot.
Because after the opening, I was like, it would just be the cherry on the shit sundae for them to have forgotten that this was supposed to be Hell in a Cell.
Honestly, that's why I was starting to agree with you, because I had hit the point where it's like, you know what? Anything could happen. Every stupid fucking thing we could think of could possibly happen now. But yeah, I do like what they did with the actual cage. That was smart.
Yeah, they lower the cage and it's like, oh, I see what you did there.
And apparently Metallica was hidden in it.
Yes, they had a Metallica song, because they always do.
Christian fame, mirror vein.
And I'm going to say this.
The memory remains, guys.
I'm going to say this. Taker looked stupid with his shaved head. Because he had like
He had like the Liddell mohawk.
But holy shit, this match was awesome.
It was. This was so much fun.
And this was like one of the only times the crowd really got into it, really started cheering, and these guys had to fucking kill themselves to get that reaction.
Yeah. I'm not at all surprised that this was good. Last year's WrestleMania, Taker versus Triple H was the one match that I really, really liked out of everything. And I was really looking forward to this, and they fucking delivered. And Shawn Michaels, my God. Someone get that boy an award.
He can sell counting.
Oh my God, Michaels! Like, as the match goes on, it's becoming clear that Michaels just wants to end this because it looks like Undertaker is going to die.
Yeah, like Triple H is like beating him to death with a fucking chair.
Beating him till he turned purple.
Landing him on stairs very badly.
Ooh.
Oh God, that looked like it hurt so much. And they just ran with it.
And there was actually acting.
Mm-hmm.
There was acting.
Yeah, because Michaels like they're trying to pin each other and nobody can get the pin, and Michaels is just in the corner crying. And I'm thinking like he's probably thinking like, I'm never going to leave this cage. I'll never see my wife and kids again. This match is going to go on forever.
An eternity just watching these two stubborn bastards wrestle and try and kill each other. It was fucking glorious, and it's Triple H kept yelling at Shawn, either you end it or I fucking will. Mm-hmm. He gets a sledgehammer. It got crazy, and it was glorious.
Mm-hmm. Did you expect anything less from these guys, though? Did you expect them to half-ass it?
Of course not.
I expected once again for this to be the best match of the night.
And it probably was. I laughed my ass off at the secondary ref running in as Michaels got knocked out.
Oh yeah, they bring out Charles Robinson at one point because Undertaker forgets what match he's in and puts Michaels in the Hell's Gate, so he's out for a little bit. So they bring in Charles Robinson.
He flashed back to 2 years ago.
Well, the reason why kayfabe was to get Shawn Michaels to stop trying to stop the match.
No, I like my theory better.
We like our version better.
Fuck you.
Fuck canon.
But yeah, they're kicking out of each other's finishers, and Undertaker chokeslams Little Nate. Shittiest fucking chokeslam ever, by the way.
And he laid there dead.
He was fucking dead.
Yeah, Robinson
Which
doesn't
is
get up
fine.
again.
We didn't need him.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a damn good match. It went for fucking ever, but I didn't even mind because it was so awesome.
Yeah, it went about half an hour.
Odd point that I feel I should bring up is that when Lil Nate came out, the crowd started booing. That was weird.
Yeah.
Well, probably
they
because
shenanigans.
Well, probably because they thought like some yeah, either shenanigans or they're like, oh, Michaels is getting taken out.
And still, it was just like
Leave Little Nate alone.
That was odd.
Poor Little Nate. He gets one moment in the sun and everyone boos him.
Yeah. But yeah, they go at each other with steel chairs, sledgehammers, multiple finishers, and eventually Triple H has basically had all he can take and just tells Undertaker to suck it. Eats a tombstone pile driver, gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Undertaker retains his streak 20-0.
Takes a long ass time for all of them to get back.
Yeah, because Undertaker is dead after this. They're all dead. Even Shawn Michaels is dead at this point.
But this was actually the perfect topping to the whole thing. Is Shawn goes, he grabs Taker's hand, he lifts it up, and I missed the point where they picked up Triple H to walk back up the ramp.
Yeah.
The three of them were walking up there. They stopped. They group hug. It was a beautiful moment.
It was one of the most genuinely emotional moments that professional wrestling has had in a long time. Like, they build this as the end of an era, and I hope they actually follow through with that. I mean, like, it's kind of sad, but it's also kind of bittersweet because they go out on this great high note.
Man, tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm
but
really
there's also
hoping.
there's also that there's still one person left from that era, and well, I'll get to that in a few minutes.
Oh yeah.
What I'm really hoping, especially since he's now 20-0, I'm really hoping next year is the end.
Well, no, I think this might have been the end because seriously, the Undertaker only wrestled one match this year and he nearly died doing it. I think it's time
True.
he retires. Like, next year, put him in the Hall of Fame. Let him retire.
Well, when you
Yeah,
get beaten with a
I'd
chair
accept
38
that.
times, I think it kind of hammers the point home that this guy might not be able to be beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd accept that too. I would definitely accept him retiring with the streak intact. That works too. But if they do break it, please God, let it be a young guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping they mean by the end of the era, is that it can't be ended by anyone from this era. And they're accepting it. But we'll see.
It's gone too far. We can't undo it.
Mm.
Can we go back to WrestleMania 19 before we took it seriously? Nope. Oh well. But yeah, after we get the bromantic moment that better win moment of the year, what do we get?
How bored?
Yeah.
Step into a Slim Jim.
Heath Slater.
Went up with the freaking Slim Jim commercial. What the hell? It's like mood whiplash.
Wait, the
Yeah.
best thing for me, Big Show had 2 Slim Jims.
But yeah. Up next is the Hall of Fame ceremony preview, which looks really good, and we're kind of missing right now as we record this. But oh well.
Mm.
And they bring
They
out
show them
all.
on DVD, don't they?
Oh yeah. There'll be other times.
Mm.
And they bring out all the Hall of Fame inductees onto the stage, and they play them off. Good moment.
Though I said that
Edge got a
when
huge pop.
Edge's music started playing, all the 4 horsemen had heart attacks.
God.
Like,
There's
five.
scares the shit out of people.
There's 5 guys in the Four Horsemen. Like, wasn't there one more? Yeah, we're not
God
allowed to
damn
mention
it,
him.
WWE Ninjas got him.
I'm sorry, there is no Chris Benoit.
Who's talking about Bob Holly?
Yeah, but after this, okay, this segment wasn't so bad, but what it's leading up to, because we have Josh Matthews backstage talking with Flo Rida, and he gets interrupted by Heath Slater, who wants to be part of his concert later, and basically says it's like, oh, I could be a DJ for you. No. Backup dancer. No. Oh, come on, man, I got to be something, and he just shoves him into a wall.
I like Flo Rida slightly more.
Yep. And we can also legitimately say that Kurt Hawkins and Tyler Rex were on WrestleMania. Woohoo! Mid-card Mafia.
Yay.
Shitty web series.
Anything else to say about any of this?
No.
All right.
Heath Slater.
Up next, it's Team Laurinaitis versus Team Teddy.
And their giant face appearing on the Titantron.
Yeah.
And we pointed this out. Laurinaitis looked like Brother Love. And not only did we mention this, but so did Michael Cole.
Really?
Yep, he said...
Uh,
That's what he said. He's wearing a white suit with a red tie. Come on. All he needed was red face paint and just get a mic and say, I love you. And the image would have been complete.
didn't Lawler make a heart attack joke?
I think so.
And the guy who played Brother Love had a heart attack recently, so.
Oh,
Oh.
making fun of Bruce Richard. Wait, fuck him. He's in TNA. This match, it was okay. Would have been better as elimination, but for what it was,
I couldn't get myself invested in this
Way
at all.
too many
I
people.
so don't give a shit who runs Raw and SmackDown.
It was a clusterfuck.
yeah, it kind of was. I mean, like everyone kind of did their spots and all that, but yeah, the finish of this match is Zack Ryder and The Miz are the legal men in, and Ryder hits an amazing Rough Rider on Dolph Ziggler by jumping over The Miz. That was really impressive. But excuse me, he turns around and he's about to hit Miz, and then Eve jumps in the ring with him and starts doing the broski bump alongside him, and the ref is like, "No, you got to get out of the ring." And everyone's distracted. Ryder turns around. Miz grabs him. He eats a skull crushing finale. 1, 2, 3, and we're stuck with Johnny Ace, motherfuckers.
I'm kind of okay with that.
No, Leaf, you're being kind of quiet.
I'm kind of tired of Teddy Long and his bouncing playa holla thing.
Did we lose No Leaf?
To be perfectly honest, I wasn't really watching this match.
Neither was I.
Well,
That's why I completely missed the finish.
there was
I
one.
was very confused.
There was one noteworthy spot where apparently they thought where Team Teddy thought a good strategy would be to throw Hornswoggle at Mark Henry.
Mark Henry just
Actually, that
catches
kind
him
of
like,
was brilliant because he worked as a wonderful distraction.
or like a 3-man tumble on top of him.
Yep. But yeah, after the match, everyone is like helping Ryder up, and Eve, she's like, "Oh Zach, no, I didn't mean, And then as he turns around, bam, kicked right in the daddy zone.
Daddy zone.
There's a lot of ball shots in the show.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor.
So yeah, that happens, and we get to watch her go up the ring.
Whatever.
Or up the ramp, and then she's kind of just like, haha, fuck you, I'm just amazing, and it was a padded waste of fucking time. Add it to the count.
Yep.
Where are we at now, Allie?
This is the time where we point out random celebrities in the crowd. So we see Alex Rodriguez in the crowd, who is apparently with former WWE Diva Tori Wilson. Boo.
Meh.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't like A-Rod. Anyways, and we...
Fucking Red Sox, man.
Fuck you. Anyways,
I don't like baseball.
Keep your biases to yourself.
no promises.
Let's go watch.
That's why I do this show. Shut up.
You do the show so you can bitch about other sports.
I do the show so I can bitch about stuff, period.
I hate basketball.
You think I do this because I'm getting
Fucking
paid? I
useless.
ain't getting paid shit.
No one gets paid.
Moving on, we have CM Punk backstage, and Team Laurinaitis walks by, and they're all celebrating. And Laurinaitis says, like, you know, Punk, I know you're probably angry, but if you get yourself disqualified, you're going to lose your title.
Just saying. Like being a dick.
That hurt my throat. Anyways, we go on to our WWE title match, Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. Damn good match.
Yeah.
Indeed. It was a really bad choice to have it after the Hell in the Cell, though.
Maybe this should have been... Well, no, because what they said... I don't know what I'm saying. It's... Actually, you know what I am saying? This should have been the main event. Because
it really should have been.
Because this was a really good match. I was on the edge of my seat throughout this entire match. Like, every near fall has me going like, 1, 2, oh my god, that was close. And
this is what happens. This is what happens when two masters of their craft get in the ring together.
Yeah, because I was almost a minute behind everybody else for some reason. I basically had to mute the call when it hit the end because I was so invested, I really didn't want to have the winner spoiled for me. So I had to mute everybody so I could watch it myself, and I was honestly sitting there just like, holy shit. You know, cheering on Punk because I really wanted Punk to win.
Best in the world for real. For real? What
the... Yes, for real.
But yeah, at the beginning of this match, Jericho is trying to get Punk to get himself disqualified by shouting stuff at him about his family, like saying, "Go ahead, come on, keep hitting me while I'm grabbing the ropes." Like, "Oh, hit me with this chair, come on!" Like, "Oh, kick me in the balls, you know you wanna."
So he turned into a BDSM.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hurt me more.
Out of context, it sounds like something completely different.
But once the match got going, it was really good, and this is why I say it was a bad crowd, because they didn't sound into it.
Well, they were tired after fucking Undertaker and Triple H.
Well, yeah, but they cheered for The Rock.
Oh yeah, they had plenty of energy for that.
The Rock, yeah.
That's why it was a dumb idea to have. Well, okay, there was an in-between match, but I don't know. Just the booking of this card is just really bad.
But yeah, this was a very fast-paced back-and-forth match. They're throwing everything they got at each other. Basically, it comes down to them switching back and forth between the walls of Jericho and the Anaconda Vice. And it ends with Jericho tapping out. Punk retains.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
That's the part where you go, yay.
I think NoLeaf is just dreading what's about to come.
Yay.
Because
first, dude, so I'm gonna reserve my comments for the end.
Because first we get a promo for WrestleMania 29, which is going to be in Jersey, Giant Stadium, MetLife Stadium, whatever you want to call it. And
MetLife.
yeah, and then we get Brodus Clay. This was more time they could have given to Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, but god damn it, I don't care. It was kind of funny.
You know what? With all the other time they could have given to Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, this gets to stay.
Mm-hmm.
This was entertaining. It was funny as hell. In that very wonderful, what the fuck am I watching kind of way.
Let's try.
Is that actually his mom?
No, let's try and describe this, because what happens is they bring him out who's like, oh, I'm at WrestleMania, somebody better call my mama.
And then he calls his
And
mama.
then he's like, everybody get out your phones, call your mama. I'm gonna call my mama right now. And they actually cut to people in the crowd pulling out their phones. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. They're just
Yeah, that was
this guy.
For reference, I did not call my mama.
My mama was in the next room. She was not amused.
my mother was busy.
So he gets his mama on the phone, who is apparently busy with her bridge club, but apparently they're all at WrestleMania. So he's like, Mama, why don't you come on out? And they bring out this lady who's dressed in an old woman house dress and a big fake ass. And she starts dancing. And then they bring out the entire bridge club, which is more of the same. And this was the segment.
That happened, yeah.
So this happened.
Somebody.
So,
I
yeah.
don't understand. What is this? I don't even.
So stupid, yet I can't look away.
That just describes Brodus Clay in one sentence.
Yeah, it kind of does. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah, but what happens next is
I left the room.
yeah, like fun times are over.
I left the fucking room. I didn't care.
Because first we get a promo. First we see a trailer for G.I. Joe 2, which I'll be honest looks okay.
Mm.
And
Generic action movie 12.
and then we get P Diddy. Why is he here? I don't know. He's just here to fill time. We could have given to Sheamus and Daniel Bryan.
I hate Diddy so much.
We all
Oh,
do.
look, it's that guy who hasn't been relevant in like a decade.
I'm so
Jeez.
angry. I am just shouting. Ah.
And here's where we get into like fucking stupid territory, because not only do John Cena and The Rock get entrances, their entrances get entrances. Because John Cena gets played in by Machine Gun Kelly, who did one of the theme songs for WrestleMania this year, and goddamn, that guy needs to eat a sandwich.
That guy looks like such a poser.
You know, I was actually considering using one of the theme songs as our opening instead of our usual stuff. Then after listening to these concerts, I'm just like, no. Nope.
No.
Find better song.
Concert goes on for a while, and they bring out John Cena, who has massive heat with the crowd, because remember, we're in Rock's hometown.
Yeah, and he's
He
rocking
also
the
has
Irish
green
look.
merch.
Yes, he has green merch now. We've gone back to the green merch, which I'm pretty sure he was using in 2009.
It was black and green, technically. Wasn't it?
Yes, and he fought him. Yes, and he was going up against. He was going up against the only person who can match him in merch.
Yeah. And then after John Cena comes out, I'm like, okay, finally, they're going to start the match. But no, because now we bring up Flo Rida, and he does his concert, and
It was even worse. Wasn't that Rihanna?
no, it was a white woman pretending to be Rihanna.
I mean, the other one.
I don't. No, Rihanna wasn't there.
Honestly, if Rihanna had been there, she probably would have been the star, considering that she is a much higher
so
in
it's
the
just
celebrity hierarchy than Flo Rida.
white person who looks kind of like Rihanna and also kind of sounds like her, but he couldn't afford Rihanna.
Yeah. And then they bring out The Rock, who actually, I think he took longer to get to the ring than Undertaker did.
Yeah, he had to walk all the way to one side of the stage, then walk all the way to the other side.
And you know what? Why was there a light cycle on the stage?
Because everything
What?
needs a life cycle.
There was a light cycle on the stage during the Flow Rider concert. Why? Why?
I think he
Just in
rode
case
out
he
on it.
needed to get out of there.
No, it was just a prop. Like, what the hell?
Someone
Oh,
said
yeah.
he rode out on it.
He went to each corner post and then just kind of smelled the air for some reason. Like, takes forever.
It smells like Miami. It smells like suntan lotion and fucking cheap strippers.
Suntan lotion is street cheap, those, and crack. Lots of crack.
Yep.
Don't forget old people.
Yeah. And old people.
Old
No,
people-
that's
old people.
farther north.
Cubans?
Though how far were they from Orlando? Because you could probably smell TNA from there.
Oh dear God.
Uh,
Well, all that
Mention
smoke
that.
from the
I don't even
Undertaker
want to
match must
consider
have been,
that.
well, all that smoke from the Undertaker's entrance might have been from Rob Van Dam's van.
oh dear. Getting to the match.
So, yeah.
Getting to the match, it was not very good.
Okay,
It
here's the
was
thing.
okay.
No. Because there's only one guy who was actually trying. There's only one guy in this match who's trying to put on a good show, and guess what? It ain't The Rock.
You know,
Who was
Cena-
it then? Okay, yeah, it was Cena.
It felt really passionless. And I still can't tell if it's us because, like most people suffered extreme hype backlash when all of this shit started last year.
Well, you know what?
But it just did not look like their hearts were in this at all.
No. Cena looked
You know
fine
what
because
this?
at least Cena was trying to do stuff that he doesn't normally do. Like, yeah, he did his 5 moves, but he also did a lot of stuff you don't normally see from him. Rock was just there to hit his spots.
You know what this match needed? An editor.
Yeah.
Dear WWE, I am available. Please call me.
Just cut the damn thing in half.
The beginning,
God.
because the beginning it was so slow to start.
It was like 10 minutes of them just putting each other they lock up and then it's rest holds already.
Around.
Randy Orton is backstage watching this and say, "Come on, guys, step it up."
Going really slow here. I love you, wife.
Oh,
My friend said that.
I
Never mind.
no, go ahead, Ollie, because I'm gonna.
No,
rant
it was just a random throwaway joke about Orton being in Elcor.
Oh God.
Yeah, the match.
Do we have anything to say before we
Actually,
get
yeah,
to the
I do,
finish?
because you know what? The Hell in the Cell match was probably longer than this. It didn't feel longer. This felt like it.
No, it felt really short, especially compared to their match last year.
I mean, like
It was only 30 seconds longer.
I mean, even during the Hell in the Cell match, when they were just yelling at each other, you're invested and you're excited about what's going to happen. But in this, you just don't care.
The match felt very formulaic and stock.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, Brock just wasn't in it at all. Like, Cena was carrying this match and he was doing the best he could. And yeah, The Rock was basically the only person the crowd was cheering for all night. Like, they just came to see The Rock.
Ain't that grand?
Oh, it is Florida.
And shall we move on to the finish?
Here's the thing about this whole thing. And I know I went off on Twitter, and I know I offended some people. And for that, I apologize, and I did not mean to offend anyone. By speaking in such broad, general terms, I insulted some people that I would not otherwise insult, including some people that are good fans of the show and very active on the wrestling boards. The reason I'm upset is because for the better part of an entire year, John Cena has more or less carried this feud by himself. Aside from assorted random appearances by The Rock over the course of a year, John Cena has been the sole driving force behind this whole feud. Dare I say that if this exact same feud had happened with CM Punk and everything was the same, there wouldn't be one person that was still, well, there would still be people cheering for The Rock. Let's be fair.
Oh, of
but
course.
The majority of the audience would be chanting for Punk because he's CM Punk. CM Punk is Batman and John Cena is Superman. Everybody loves Batman. Batman's cool. He's human. He's sort of relatable. No one can relate to Superman. And I get that. I get why people don't like John Cena. But the fact that he wasn't granted this one tiny thing after carrying a guy through a feud for the better part of an entire year. An entire year he did this feud by himself. And when the bell rang, it wasn't John Cena rising above hate, all the hate from all the people who like The Rock. No, it was The Rock. The better part of an entire year, all that buildup is now worthless. What was the point? What did we accomplish? What's the difference? Last year at WrestleMania, The Rock stood victorious over John Cena. And we come a year later, and we don't go full circle with John Cena beating The Rock. We have John Cena laying flat on the mat while The Rock's music plays once again. What changed? What's different?
The lesson is you shouldn't even try in the first place.
Yeah, but this was kind of one of the few instances where I had thought Cena was going to win, not because he was John Cena, but because it made sense. You know, as much as if this feud has proven anything, it's that Dwayne Johnson isn't a wrestler anymore. He was their second celebrity guest. Well, actually, I suppose he was their first celebrity guest, considering the other one was
lame.
Someone almost nobody has ever fucking heard of.
And you know what?
I
probably know why they did this. Because this feud has been making them a lot of goddamn money. And Vince said, let's drag this out. Because they're going to have a rematch at SummerSlam, and they'll probably have another match at WrestleMania 29. So much for that once-in-a-lifetime bullshit that they've been building up this whole WrestleMania around.
That's such a fucking waste of Cena.
But the weirdest thing is, the crowd just kind of ate it up. I mean, they accepted a mediocre fucking feud just because one person was The Rock and the other person was John Cena, not because it was good or bad or anything.
Yeah, that's probably the worst thing, is that what it comes down to is that everybody, my parents stopped watching wrestling well over a decade ago now. And the one thing that made them want to, I'll give WWE this, they were right. As soon as my parents found out The Rock was at WrestleMania, they wanted to get the pay-per-view. And that was the only thing they cared about. And it didn't even come close to being one of the better matches of the night. So, once again, we're getting ripped off.
What changes? John Cena's not turning heel. I know everybody would fucking bust a nut if John Cena just turned heel. But he's not. This would be the worst time for it.
He's one of their largest sources of income. when it comes to merchandising.
He makes too much money.
Like Rock is gonna be gone for like 6 months now. He's not sticking around.
Yeah, and he's the one who went over.
It's like,
Which
okay,
wins them nothing.
Rock went over, and WWE is going to lose fuck tons of money on merchandise because all the kids want to chant for The Rock now. But hey, Rocky ain't here.
Well, they're not going to
And
chance
the
for
other
Rock.
thing is, like, all of these, like, all these nostalgia fans that they've been drawing in for this feud, we'll see them in 6 months, maybe.
Short-term satisfaction with long-term failure.
Pretty much. Like, there's really nowhere to go from here that's going to make any fucking sense. It's just going to be long, drawn out, and boring. And we could be doing so much more. Like, I understand that, like, I only started watching wrestling again last year, and all I heard last year around WrestleMania is, fucking Miz and Cena, this is getting so boring. How many people wish we could have at least seen them? Because it probably would have been a good match. Would have been interesting. It would have been, we would have been able to see the effect afterwards immediately. We'd be seeing the effect of this match tonight and not in 6 months. As overdone as the two of them are.
Hulk Hogan and the main event of WrestleMania really is supposed to I feel it's supposed to put over the guy who's going to be the star for the entire calendar year, pretty much. The person who's going to be the guy goes over at WrestleMania. And time again, that match is used to pass the torch. Hogan passed it to Savage, and then he got it back the next year. Well, yeah, he got it back the next year, and then Hogan tried to pass it to Warrior, and that went bad. So there's that. But then Hogan comes back, and he has that one magical match at WrestleMania 18 with The Rock. And Hogan passed The Rock the torch and said, run with it. And The Rock comes back, and it's John Cena versus The Rock, and The Rock turned the torch sideways and stuck it straight up John Cena's ass.
Fuck you, Torch, it's mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the other problem I have with this, is that I didn't see Rock and Hogan. I wasn't watching wrestling back then, unfortunately. But even I can agree that, yeah, that's exactly what this should have been. So this whole fucking thing should have been.
I might be putting this out there, but from a writer's standpoint, it just really bothers me in this one way. It pretty much, the way it went through in my mind, which I'm not saying everyone should agree with me or not, it just pretty much said, fuck the PG era.
Which I'm sure a lot of people would like that too, but I did see the Attitude Era, and when I think back to the Attitude Era, I'm fucking horrified.
It's just...
I can seriously not understand why they did that shit. Most of it was either stupid or borderline traumatizing.
I really don't know how this can
to move forward.
I really don't know how this can even be justified. Like, are they actually going to, from a booking standpoint, did someone actually say like, oh, Cena's not over enough to beat The Rock? Bullshit, he isn't. Since 2005, John Cena has been on the top of this company. He's had a death grip on the WWE title. He's basically guaranteed a seat in the Hall of Fame in the next 10 years.
When
or
he
whenever
doesn't even have the belt, he's the main event.
In fact, not since WrestleMania 21 has Cena not been in the main event.
I mean, I just keep going back to what was accomplished. What was accomplished over the course of an entire year in this feud? The Rock asserted that even though he had been off for, 12 years? Even though he had been gone for 12 years, that he was still better than John Cena. And The Rock comes back, and guess what? He proves he's better than John Cena.
And the past is better
Who does
than
that
the
hurt?
present.
It
the
almost
only way this could have worked. Go ahead.
It almost kind of feels like TNA logic, the whole living in the past thing. But the only difference is that Rock isn't sticking around. Like they don't have. It feels like they don't have faith in the new breed. But then what's the point of your entire roster? That's been the basis of your entire show for the past year at the very least.
The way this should have been done was to carry that message that we're progressing forward into new shit.
And really, what does that say about the Triple H Undertaker match, this end of an era match, when now that era seems to have stuck its head right back into our lives?
Exactly.
The only way this would have worked.
Those three guys went out and kicked ass. And oh, by the way, here's The Rock.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna half my ass my way through this match, and then I'm gonna win, and then I'm gonna leave again.
Yeah, the only way this would have worked is if Rock was staying. Like if he was legitimately coming back to wrestling.
And he obviously isn't.
And he's not. He's a movie star, and that's fine. You know, he moved on, or at least I thought he had, and I don't understand why he has to come back and do this if it's not going to be to pass the torch to the new, to our new generation of wrestling.
You want to know what's funny?
He's not a fucking wrestler anymore.
Josh, you want to know what's funny? My girlfriend's sitting here, and while you're saying that, she's saying money. It's because of the money.
But what money?
Yeah,
where's this money coming from?
People buy The Rock shit after they lost the interest.
The idea is that they're going to have the rematch at SummerSlam, and that's going to be a big draw. But SummerSlam, no matter what, always has, a quarter of the audience of WrestleMania. So, yeah. Good luck getting that entire audience back in August.
And here's another thing. Christopher is mentioning something that is very fucking true. They don't need The Rock to win to make money. That is kind of the best part of his celebrity at this point, is that he just has to show up and smile, and they will get their fucking money. If he had lost, so what? We already paid for it.
And nothing of importance was lost.
Yeah, him losing
for your money
would have been a better moment for, it would have made better sense overall, and they still would have gotten money. Everybody could have fucking won here, but no.
But no,
we
lost.
Do it this way. No logical fucking reason.
No matter who wins, we lose.
I don't know how they're going to write their way out of this one, because how can you even build Cena as a credible threat to, is he going to go on and feud with Punk for the title now?
They're pretty much going to pull Kane, but with other people.
Yeah, nothing's going to change. John Cena is just going to say, I don't know if he'll say, I respect The Rock, but The Rock beat me fair and square. Dude. He's not going to go on some existential crisis and then turn heel because he lost the match. That would be...
You know what, though?
That is what...
They could have done that if they hadn't just had that fucking angle.
If they do that...
We just did that with him and Kane, and that would have been the time to turn him heel.
If they turn Cena heel, I'll be convinced that Vince Russo's working for the company again.
Oh, shit.
So what else do we have to say about this?
I hope all the Attitude Era fanboys got their wish. I understand that people don't like I understand people don't like John Cena. I understand it. I mean, no, I don't understand it really, because all the guy does is bust his ass for the company. And I understand you think his company is stale. What the hell do you think The Rock has been doing since he came back? He's come up with 2 new catchphrases since he's been back: boost to asses and kung pao bitch. That's it.
People get WrestleMania for conclusions to things, not to be continued jack shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good fucking point.
That's
Things
actually
end and begin here.
Mm,
They don't fucking continue.
that's
yeah.
phenomenal.
And really, when we applied it to the whole pay-per-view, we only got 2 conclusions.
Yep.
That's even assuming that, Punk and Jericho's feud doesn't continue.
I don't
But at
know.
least with Punk and Jericho, Punk was saying he was the best in the world, and he was the best in the world.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that was at least conclusive.
It was,
John
yeah,
Cena was saying
it could end here. That's the thing. They very well could end that right there. This, their feud could end because there was a definitive end, but it could continue if they really wanted to.
Mm.
But everything else, Kane and Orton, that's going to keep going. Why else would Kane win?
We're getting really depressed now, aren't we?
Yeah,
I say we
and I'm starting to ramble.
yeah let's take it home, everyone. What game should we play?
what got more screen time than Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, what got more
Good
screen
one.
time than
Yeah.
Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan? And I'm gonna start. Shawn Michaels' Invisible Pyro got more screen time than Sheamus and Daniel Bryan.
People in the audience calling their mamas got more screen time than Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan.
David Otunga's really weird man bib gets more screen time than Sheamus.
He was wearing a hoochie shirt. He wore a hoochie shirt.
He looks like he's from Chippendales.
I think it's like a throwback kind of thing to weightlifters back in the 80s. And it was stupid then, too.
He looks like an asshole.
They just all were too coked up to notice.
Hoochie, hoochie, hoochie.
Oh, we're all out of crack.
Who hasn't gone yet?
I think we all went. I said crabs. Mine was stupid.
Oh, you said crabs? Oh.
No,
I
crap
said
punching.
crabs. Because
Crap punching.
sadly, they did.
All right. I guess that's going to do it for the dark match. There will probably be a second show because we've got more people here that probably want to speak their mind on this. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Blip TV or YouTube to keep up to date with all our videos. You can also like us on Facebook and leave a comment on our page. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at DarkMatch Wrestling. You can also follow each of us individually, as you can see down there. And don't forget to check out TRE Productions as well. They graciously host all of our episodes as long as lots of other great content. We're also on the community section of Reviewtopia. Make sure to check us out there. And last but not least, check us out on the Spoonie Experiment forums. You can talk with each of us there in the Dark Match thread.
You're the biggest whores.
For everyone here at Dark Match, I am your foxy friend Backlash.
I am NoLeaf Clover.
I'm AK or something.
And I am Jewish Angel. Good night and good luck.